We've really idolized the final product and not the actual creative process behind all this stuff because you only see finals. I think in capturing what they are doing and showing that process is really where the magic happens as far as how these things are being created and what it takes to do them. Like just like she said, like seeing the thing come together and actually it being pieced together bit by bit, and it's not one singular process that pulls it all together. Like it's not one thing that does it, it's the whole process. Like she doesn't just add a line and then it's all coming together. Like it's the beginning, it's mixing the paint, it's making sure the texture's right and letting one thing dry before the next and making sure there's time in for that to happen. That's where really the art in this really takes place. Is it's the process, it's not the final thing that is so fun about this. It's every single element, no matter what creative you're in, and this can go for any profession really. But I think identifying and really finding that process that you like personally in your creative life and what you do, getting back to the root of what being a creative is. And it sucks because a lot of the time, like, we've really idolized the final product and not the actual creative process behind all this stuff because you only see finals. That's it. You really only see what the final product looks like, and yes, there's behind the scenes, and yes, that's what I'm trying to show more of, but we just get so caught up in the final, this last part where it's done, that sometimes we skip over the stuff that we actually love doing. And that's where I've been. I've skipped over all this middle stuff because I've only seen the final product sometimes. And it's really honestly detrimental to your creative process sometimes. And it has been for me. Like the past 2 months has been tough. And honestly going back and working with my sister and creating something where I really didn't have to think. Like, I know it's weird to say, but when you really get stuck in a creative process, you don't think anymore. It just happens. And if we have that conversation more of just like, you're gonna feel it. Like you're just gonna know. Like after all the technical things are out of the way of how you create what you create, and you can just let what you want to do happen, you end up creating things you never thought you could. And working with my sister to figure that out has been such a crazy process, and I want to work with her more, and I want to work with talented people who love what they do just because they love what they do. Like, I don't know how else to say it, but when you're working and things just click. Like, it's not forced. Yes, there's random chaos and it's stressful, but everything that coincides with doing that is where I want to be and where I want to be more. So yeah, I hope this helped anybody in this creative process. Sometimes we all get taken off, and me personally, I've been taken off as far as like just finding that headspace. It's almost been impossible for me these past couple of months just because of what's been going on. But I think if you're in an area right now where I personally burnt out. Like, I burnt out and I didn't even know it. And getting back and doing something, going to the roots, going back to what I got into this for has really allowed me to understand why I got into it in the first place and why I want to continue doing it. It's so easy to get lost and so easy to not know you're getting lost. It's just a little by little thing. Like, you do it because you love it, and then from there on all these other things start to fill up your time, and the reason why you did it changes, and without you knowing, until you actually realize it, until you actually go back and retrace your steps and understand where you came from and why you want to do the thing that you're doing. It's really easy to fall into an everyday just create because I have to instead of just create because I want to.